Please welcome to the stage, Julian, pianist with the hair.
Thank you so much for coming out at noon on a Tuesday. Shouldn't you be at work? I guess AI is really taking all of your jobs. But no, some of you are here at work. I would first of all like to welcome the Lafayette Academy. And I would like to thank you in advance for being very quiet, but not after I play, during my performances, okay? After you can go wild, just as you did before. So that is all very exciting. Now, we have a lot to do and a lot to unpack, and the teachers have told me that the kids need to get back to school because they have finals to take. So I'm sure they're very excited about that. So we are going to get underway straight away. I am Julian, pianist with the hair, and I have an interesting show for you tonight, or today, as it turns out. And it's going to involve piano, it's going to involve violin, and it's going to involve a cello competition, which we will talk a little bit more about in a second. But first of all, I wanted to tell you this first piece that I played. It was a medley of sorts. And we're going to go through to see if we could recognize who those composers were. So I started out with a composer whose name starts with a B Can anybody shout out who that was? Bach. Yes, Bach's wonderful C major prelude. And then I went into a composer whose name starts with a C. Chopin, yes. A wonderful prelude of Chopin. And then I played another prelude of Chopin. And then, does anybody want to buy a vowel at this point? No? Then I continued with what? A very, very famous soundtrack from the movie Harry Potter. Oh, no. Star Wars, yes. Excellent. I'm glad you're all on track. Now, we've been doing this competition, the one that's going to happen soon, for cello. We've been doing it. This is the 11th year. And the last edition was won by a violinist. And so, without further ado, I would like to bring her out, and we are going to play a little bit from the previous edition, the piece that she won with, which was a piece that I wrote. So, without further ado, can we welcome to the stage, with the warm Lafayette Academy welcome, Masha Lakisova! And the crowd goes wild. All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Masha, incidentally, just finished middle school herself, I believe. A couple of years ago. But so we're gonna, for those of you who don't go to concerts all the time, when a violinist comes, we always have to tune the violin so that it's in tune with the piano. Now, we're going to start with this piece that I wrote. So, I just wanted you to be aware, because sometimes it's helpful when you listen to a piece of music, if you are aware of the themes that you are listening to. Now, in this piece, I was inspired. The piece is called The Hero's Journey. It's in 4 parts, and we definitely don't have time to talk about that. But I was inspired by a theme called the Dies Irae theme, which is this. And it's a theme that has been heard in many, many different ways, in many, many different genres, from Franz Liszt to Taylor Swift to Metallica, my personal favorite. I was inspired by that theme, and in my piece I have this, which is not quite, but it's a bit that idea. Of course, with Liszt, it was like, that's not my piece. But here we will start with my piece. 1 second. I'll be right back. Cordelia? Sorry, for some reason my computer. See, we rely so much on technology nowadays that my computer has all my music on it, and so my computer is now gone. And now we have this moment of dead space. I will sing something for you. Shall I start directly with the Star Spangled Banner? Yes, okay. I'm very good at lip syncing. So if somebody wants to actually sing, I'll do the lip syncing. No, but this does give me a chance to tell you more things about Masha. Masha's like, oh, please get that computer out here quickly. I do not want to hear anything more. Masha, tell us a little bit about your violin. The computer is here. Masha is saved by the bell, ladies. Shall we get rid of the computer? I think we were much happier without the computer. Okay, so this is the movement that Masha won this competition in this very hall, right? And by the way, I should say that this concert is being live streamed around the world. So for those of you listening to this in France, bonjour à tout le monde. And for those of you listening in Italy, benvenuti a tutti. And for those of you listening in Tokyo, I don't know how to speak Japanese. So there we go. are going to let Masha go for a second. She's already left. She was like, "I'm out of here." And I thought I would continue with a little bit of solo piano music. And for those of you who come to concerts that I do, I feel that it's nicer to make this concert a little bit more like a workshop. And so we'll discuss some things that perhaps we wouldn't normally discuss, like my student loans. But no. I wanted to say that classical music does not often make the cover of the New York Times. In fact, one of the reasons that we are doing what we are doing is to bring classical music back into the schools. So why did classical music make the cover of the New York Times? Well, apparently, Chopin Waltz was discovered 200 years later. So this was a very big news in the classical music world. I can see by your expressions that you are equally impressed. But be that as it may, it made the cover of the New York Times. And apparently it was found in New York at a Kinko's. Chopin had been honeymooning in Niagara Falls, and no, but it was found in New York. It was found in the Morgan Library, and they did all the studies to see that it was an actual Chopin waltz, and it was. So I thought I would learn this piece and play it for all of you, because you've waited 200 years. You can't wait any longer. And then I thought, so it'd be nice to play that piece. And I also wrote a waltz, and it was recently discovered by my wife in the sock drawer. And so I said, why don't I play the Chopin waltz, and I'll play my waltz, and then we'll see if the audience can tell which is the Chopin and which is not the Chopin. So does that sound like, yes, something we can do? Yes. So, for those of you who are not familiar with Chopin's music, well, Chopin, I don't know, Chopin, I can even talk, you can still hear me, right? So Chopin wrote a lot of stuff, from stuff like this, very romantic. And then he wrote other stuff like Etude. He really wrote a lot of different sounding music. So just for the Lafayette Academy. But so in no particular order for the people that are listening in Tokyo, because they're really near and dear to my heart. As you can see by my linguistic capabilities. I'll speak into the microphone. In no particular order, I'm going to play a Chopin waltz, newly discovered, and a sock drawer waltz, also newly discovered, perhaps a bit smelly. So how did you do? Do you feel confident that you know which one is the Chopin, which one is the non-Chopin? Yes? Yes? All right, let's start. Let's just take them in order. How many of you think the first piece that I played, how many of you are confused and think it was just one long piece? All right. Now I know what we're dealing with. That workshop I did at Lafayette really didn't. Okay, well, so just imagine then the first part of the longer thing I just did. How many of you think that was the Chopin? Okay. All right. How many of you think the second part or the second piece was the Chopin? Okay. You're more favorable towards the second one. So let me just unveil. If that isn't misinterpreted. So the first piece was indeed the Chopin. Yes, of course. So give yourselves a round of applause if you thought the first piece was a Chopin. If you thought the second piece was a Chopin, there's going to be a small fee when you leave the hall. Now, another question for you. Of the two pieces, which one did you like more? Before you answer that, remember only one of us is here. Okay, excellent. So one thing that I experimented with when I was at the Lafayette Academy was I played a piece that I had written and it didn't have a title, and I asked the audience to help me. I asked the kids to help me with a title. So I thought I would try that again here with this newly written piece. It was written about 10 years ago, but newly, depending on how old you are. For me, it keeps getting more newly. So this is a piece. So it doesn't have a title yet. I had done a performance in Australia, I remember, and I had this same idea. I'd written a tango, and I played it for the Australians, and I asked them for a title, and they came up with the title, Tango of the Whistling Ducks. I was disappointed in the Australians. Okay. So I'm sure you will do better. So did anybody think of an interesting title? Yes, to the gentleman right in the middle. Spring in New York. Was that is that because I jump up from the? Is it in any way related to my? I've been told that when I get up, is it true that I jump up? Spring in New York. So I guess that's a very apropos time. You know, once I was playing with a very low clearance, and I will never forget that performance. Okay, spring in New York. I like it. How about right in the front? This is one of the classmates of my son. My son would have liked to have been here, but had he been here, you would have all not. So, wind at the park. Okay, wind at the park. Did it sound breezy? Was it a breezy performance? You seem like you're a little cold also. Can we get a blanket in the first row? Yes? This sounds like one of those tests that they give you, you know, after the breathalyzer test. Can you say, what was it? Falling falls into rapid river. Yes. This is incredibly catchy. I'm assuming you're in advertising. Yes. At this point, yes. We'll go first to the child behind you, and then, yes, you. What? Something over the rainbow? Oh. It was like it's a very non-specific something over the rainbow. I can't remember. No, I got it now. Jumping. We have springing, we have jumping, we have rapid fire there. It's a very active. Yes. Flight of the wind. So it's like flight of the bumblebee. After you've wind, okay. Excellent. Yes. Yes, you. Sorry, fluttering what? Fluttering feelings. So let me ask you this. Did it seem like a happy, upbeat piece, or did it kind of more, because it did it, what do you think, more upbeat or not? Upbeat. But it ends like this. So that doesn't sound very upbeat. But there are moments, of course, which are very upbeat. I can tell you one thing, it's not a very good piece to play to get your kids to sleep. That was certainly... sir, I never got back to you, yes? Which Rhapsody? Just Rhapsody. Rhapsody without the blue. Okay. Excellent. Yes? Affairs. Would you like to reveal something to us? This lady would like to... she's coming clean, finally, so, you know, we should give her some support. Yes, yeah. Did you say Starlight Garden? Starlight Dark. Sounds a bit contradictory, but that's good. I like it. Starlight and then dark. So like you cover yourself from the starlight. Yes. What for Beethoven? Melody for Beethoven. He was deaf, so he couldn't really appreciate it, probably. Yes. Yes. Swan Serenade. Okay. I can't say anything about that. Oh, look at all these people here. Oh, and this is the music teacher, Mr. McCanstry. Yes, Mr. McCanstry.
No question.
Would you like to come up and show us how? What was that? Well, I will just say this, that this goes to show how much Mr. McCanstry is loved by the students. And that is amazing. Yes. Mr. McCanstry, I had no idea. I should be teaching in the middle schools. That's where I would get my good feedback. Yes?
Don't be
Stomping in the wind. We've got this wind theme. All right, I'm gonna ask this young lady who has been so kind as to plaster my face on her shirt. Yes. What? Humming fire. Okay. We have moved from the wind to the fire. Excellent. Okay. We're gonna get all the elements before we're done. All right, I'm just gonna do one more because otherwise the cellists will never make it to the, and they're gonna have to go back to class.
Spring shower with a fire in the New York Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, he summed it all up. Spring shower with a fire in the New York Park. A windy fire. Okay, excellent. Now, let's see how we're doing for time. Yes, excellent. So, I thought I would end my solo part with a piece by Franz Liszt. Liszt is a wonderful composer, and this is a piece of his called the Tarantella, which, for those of you who don't know, does anybody know what a tarantella is? Can somebody just shout out what a tarantella is? It's a dance. A tarantella is a dance, and Franz Liszt was inspired. Guys, Francis was inspired to write this piece. He was in Italy, long story, but tarantella is a dance. So I thought, first of all, I am going to teach you the rhythm of the tarantella. So the rhythm of the tarantella, I will clap it out, and then you will join. So first listen, and then join in here. Okay, 30 more minutes of this and we can all go home. Okay, great. Great. Okay, so that is the rhythm of the tarantella and the legend of the tarantella, because it's more than just a dance. The legend is that you get bitten by a tarantula. I see that we already have some spider lovers in the hall. You get bitten by a tarantula, you dance this very frenetic and energetic dance, because it's faster than what we did, and you sweat out the poison. Does that sound right? You're like, yeah, that's how it happens to me all the time. Yeah, absolutely. It's totally right. So I thought, I wrote a tarantella, which is not purely the one that Liszt wrote. I added some other melodies into it, okay? I added, in particular, the one of The Godfather. And there, of course, it's a little bit differently. You get bitten by a spider. They take you out back and they shoot you in the kneecaps. That's the Godfather version. But so I've combined a couple of different themes. And so here it is. And then we'll bring back the violinist. So without further ado, I would like to bring back to the stage Masha Lakisova. Masha Lakisova, who will play for us a piece that was part of this competition, actually. It was won with this very piece, the winner of a couple of editions ago won, and Masha is going to play it for you. And interestingly, I found out not too long ago, to my great surprise, because we know that classical music isn't really listened to so much, I found out that this piece has been streamed on Amazon Music close to 10 million times. It's truly unbelievable. For a piece of classical music, it's virtually unheard of. And apparently, when you reach 10 million, you get a 15% discount on your Prime membership. So this is very much something I am looking forward to. And this was my sonata from the window, which gets a lot less applause, understandably. Do you want to stay out, or do you want to leave? I mean, I'm happy if you stay here, but I can talk, and she can do a violin accompaniment to whatever I say. She's very good at improvisation. She's gonna go. So, ladies and gentlemen, clap her off the stage. So, we are about to get underway with the actual competition, okay? So, does everybody have a program? Check, okay. So, at some point, when we finish the 4 competitors, you will be getting a pencil, and you have to circle your choice. And for those of you who are listening online, you just need to put in your email address and click on the competitor that you choose above all the others. Remember, you are voting for the competitor, not the piece, because this is a newly written piece by me. You are the first to ever hear this piece of music, and probably the last. No, we hope not. But people are already leaving. This is a good sign. It's a very good sign. I wanted to say that, that this competition, as I said, it's the 11th year that we do it, and we have the support of so many amazing people. And what was it that I was going to say? Oh yes, this competition, even though it's, you know, just something that started here 11 years ago, it has launched many important careers. It launched Taylor Swift's career and Beethoven. Yes. Even the kids didn't think that was funny. Taylor Swift. Do we have any Taylor Swift fans in the audience? Oh, all right. So I went with the wrong name. My daughter, I'm going to have to punish her. I'll remove her allowance. No, she doesn't get an allowance, so then I'll have to think of something else. So anyway, so this is very, very exciting. I wanted to thank a couple of people, but I think I'll do it at the end. Or then I'll forget it at the end, and then everybody's going to be angry. But I wanted to thank, first of all, the amazing board that has helped me through thick and thin to make this competition keep going. I would like to thank, in particular, Susie and Chip Fisher, who always open their home to fundraisers and to making this happen. And this year in particular, I would also like to remember Gary Zimmerman, where we had a kickoff party last night, and he's sponsoring the first prize of the competition. So that's pretty amazing. And Buzz and Irene Eisen, who are also here, came in from Florida and sponsored an entire fundraiser in their home. Their home does not look the same, ladies and gentlemen. It has not recovered yet. And now, let's see. With or without further ado, I would like to bring on our first competitor. I want to make sure I have the music here, because as you know, yes, I have the music. Okay, I think that we're going to need Cordelia, if I could be so bold as to ask for the, yes. So, thank you very much. This is Cordelia, the amazing stage manager. Let her hear your love. All right, so without further ado, from South Korea, but currently living in the States, I would like to bring onto the stage our first competitor, Cheyoon Lee. Give it up for Cheyoon Lee, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a Lafayette Academy welcome. Thank you, Cheyoon. So, how are you feeling? Was it an exciting thing for you to come all the way? Where did you come from?
From South Korea.
From South Korea, ladies and gentlemen. She is still jet-lagged, but you cannot hear it in her playing. But she has been bumping into furniture, so we won't talk about that. Cheyoon, so this piece, I didn't really tell you, is a piece called The New World, okay? And the first movement is called Collapse, right? And so I should have probably told you before we started. But the idea is everything has collapsed and has been destroyed. However, there are some moments, the theme, you must be thinking, well, that doesn't sound like collapse. Does that sound like collapse? Kind of. I wonder about your childhood, Cheyoon. That sounds like collapse. So in my mind, as the composer, that was a memory from before the collapse, but not for Cheyoon. Cheyoon, tell us something that nobody knows about you.
Okay.
An easy question I thought I'd give her. So, by the way, before you answer that, you can be thinking now, the way I do the show is I have them play first, and then I have a quick chat, and then so you get to see the other side, the other personality, and not just the playing personality. Because I find, and in fact that's why the audience is the one that votes, and not a jury of some crazy old people that are completely disconnected from today's, performance stuff. It's because at the end of the day, it's the audience that comes to the concerts. So why shouldn't it be the audience that decides who wins? So now that I've given you all this extra time to dig deep into your dark past and tell us what it is that nobody knows, it doesn't have to be that. But you can tell us something. Something that most people wouldn't know immediately about you, like, I don't know, you hate the flavor chocolate in ice cream.
Okay, so one fact about me is so I started cello at 12, and before I started cello, I was a speed skater.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, I did notice you came on quite quickly. A speed skater. You mean you did speed skating from age 0 to 12? You had a very long career in speed skating, I see. That's pretty cool. And is that a popular thing in Korea? Speed skating?
Yes, many kids do it.
Many kids do speed skating. And is the skating on like
Ice skating.
ice skating in South Korea? Wow, impressive. Okay. All right, well, let's hear it one more time for Cheyoon Lee. Thank you. Thank you, Cheyoon. Okay, now we are going to bring on our next contestant. Could you please give it up for Francesco Stefanelli? Francesco Stefanelli, who, as you might have guessed, is not from Italy. With a name like Francesco Stefanelli, you must be thinking, how could you not be from Italy? Well, he is from Italy and he is not from Italy. Are you aware that within the borders of Italy, there lies a small, is it a city-state, could we say? It's a very small city-state called the Vatican. No. He is the Pope, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't want to say it immediately. Not the Vatican. San Marino. Yes? It's kind of, we have some people from San Marino here. Okay. Apparently, San Marino, population 23. So we have most of San Marino in the audience here tonight. We are going to play something, the next movement, as it turns out, which is what follows collapse. Ladies and gentlemen, what follows collapse? All right, you guys have a program. I'm like, wow, this is incredible. You're reading my mind. Boy, are you good. Wow. You are doing a good job in Lafayette Academy. So here we go. This is chaos. Francesco Stefanelli, ladies and gentlemen. Francesco, my hair brother. Is it true, Francesco? Is it true that on the night of the 14th you were seen leaving? No. Is it true that you cut your hair right before?
A little bit before.
He cut his hair right before because
a little bit longer, not like this, but
he didn't want to upstage me. It was this big.
No.
It was massive.
I have a pianist that plays with me. It's more like you.
A pianist that
Very
plays.
similar to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's watching maybe.
Do you know how cellists? This is how cellists speak about pianists. I have a pianist.
No.
He's right here, actually. Let me take him out.
He knows that.
Oh, okay, okay. So he's watching?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I sent him the link.
Okay. What's his name?
Nicola.
Nicola. Hello, Nicola. Sorry you couldn't make it. I'm sorry that I've taken your place here with the hair. Okay, let's say on the count of 3, Nicola. 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 Okay. No, sorry. Well, that really took off. Sorry, Nicola. Anyway, I wanted to, well, congratulate you, of course. And it's nice to have somebody that's a little bit, you know, we all like to look at ourselves in the mirror. And so I feel like I'm looking at myself like 30, 40 years ago in the mirror. But to you, I asked Cheyoon a very difficult question. I said, tell us something that nobody would know about you, typically, just by meeting you. Like, you know, they see the hair, they see the cello, they see that you're taking Ozempic, you know, all of these things. But what would we not know about Francesco Stefanelli?
Well, it's very difficult to say. I like to play chess.
He likes...
I like to play chess, yes.
He likes to play chess. Do we have any chess players in the audience?
Okay,
Yes. Excellent. It never really took off as a... So you're into, what's the word? Physical activities, I see. Rook to queen 3.
It's more mental than physical.
It's more mental, yes. Okay.
When you sit 6 hours...
Do you do anything? Because Cheyoon was a speed skater. We were thinking that you were going to be like, you know, a deep sea diver or something, a skydiver.
No, I don't think so.
No. Would you say that in Italian we have a word spericolato, which means a little bit like a risk taker? Yeah. Would you say that you're a risk taker?
In music, yes, but not
I like that answer.
Yeah.
In music, yes, but in real life, not a chance.
No.
Okay. So, anything else that you would like to share with us about your cello? I see that there's something attached to your cello here in the back.
That's just for protection, you know? Because otherwise...
Protection, I see.
Ruins the back of the cello.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Did you bring it through the border control?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They don't expect that. No.
Did you wear the mask or did you wear the protection? No.
No, that's protection. No.
You know, when you go, is it true that when cellists go through security, they take the pin out and they charge front? No.
Thanks God they don't know that this is dangerous.
Thank God they don't know that that's dangerous.
Maybe now they know, but
Yes.
they didn't know before.
Okay. Well, Francesco, thank you for your amazing performance. Ladies and gentlemen, Francesco Stefanelli. So we are now, without further ado, apparently it's my favorite thing to say tonight, without further ado. We are going to bring out our contestant all the way from Athens, Greece. No, Thessaloniki, Greece. Maria Elli Petridou. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Maria Elli and for Maria Elli's dress. Yes. She just joined us from the Met Gala. She was a little bit late, that's why. Maria Elli Petridou. I should probably have told you the piece was called Rebirth, but then again, you do have the program. So after the collapse and the chaos, did you feel there was hope in this piece? Did it sound hopeful? So I wrote this piece. It's a new piece, as I told you. And I was playing it with Maria Elli. And when we finished rehearsing it here, just like a couple of minutes before you arrived, the stage manager, Cordelia, she came out to me. She said, "Oh, please, can you please tell me, it's going to kill me if I don't remember, if I don't know, where does that piece come from?" I'm like, yikes. I supposedly just wrote it, but perhaps, she's like, I recognize it from somewhere. So perhaps I just stole it from somebody. It's possible. It does remind me of a tune of Eminem. A little bit different, but... So Maria Elli, how are you doing? Do you feel better now that you're done playing? Relieved? Better?
I
Kalitera?
really enjoyed the piece, so...
She really enjoyed the piece. She knows that the composer is within earshot, you see. She's very clever. I really enjoyed the piece. And so I have asked a question, apparently, I don't know why, but we're trying to find out what you might be able to tell us of yourself that people in general wouldn't know just by seeing you. Actually, you could do a very dramatic thing. That you could show them. Oh, it's too difficult. Oh, okay. Maria Elli has very long hair, so I said you could surprise everybody with your long hair. It probably from here would reach the back row, just to give you an idea. Are you familiar with Rapunzel? Yes. It's loosely based on the life of Maria Elli Petridou. It's a little known fact. So is there something that you would like to share with us? Look at me giving her ideas. It's very bad, very bad.
So I have other two siblings. Oh, thank you. I have other two siblings that play the viola and the violin. My brother is Chris. Hey Chris, he sees the live actually right now. And Margarita, my sister, she's also watching.
Are they younger siblings or older siblings? Are you the middle?
I'm the middle.
She's the middle.
Yeah.
The troublemaker. Yes, okay. And who is the best musician of the three of you? Remember, your brother is listening. Let's see if she's humble.
My siblings.
Her siblings. Oh, yeah, of course. Now, we have been conversing in, my wife is Greek, and we have been conversing a little bit in Greek. So I'm curious, in a very unobjective and not on the spot way, how is my Greek, would you say?
Very good, very good.
Very good, very good Greek. I always say that I learned Greek mainly from Electra's mom, and she would come and help us with the kids. So I speak 5-year-old Greek. It's very helpful when I, I don't know when I do what. But, okay, well, thank you, Maria Elli. Let's hear it one more time for Maria Elli, Petridou, and Rebirth. And how are we doing on time? Ooh, look, we're in time. It is 1:24. At what time, Mr. McCanstry, do we have to shut this show down? He's the boss, clearly. By 2:15, okay. And the helicopters are waiting on the roof. So it's going to be very fast to get back. Okay, thank you, Maria Elli. And we would love to have Juliet. Can I bring on our fourth competitor, Juliet Wolff, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Juliet Wolff. All right. And she will play the last movement of the sonata called New World. But you all knew that. You could probably somebody with that. Juliet Wolff from Berlin, right? All the way from Berlin, she flew in, and one thing that we should we tell them about the cello?
Sure.
Okay,
I'd love to.
so one thing is that Juliet, so normally, I'm going to do a quick preface, because all classical musicians, with the probably exception of a pianist, they all have a very special relationship with their instrument, because it is something that not only do they spend countless hours practicing on, but then they bring to the performance and play on during the performance. And it is only the pianist that arrives every time in a new city and meets a new piano and has to quickly form a very temporary relation, like a one-night stand relationship, and give everything to this piano and take everything. And it's a very, very weird thing. As a married person, I can say. But be that as it may, Juliet is a cellist, and so many cellists travel with their cello. But the cello that Juliet has in Germany insisted on, because the cello needs its own seat on the plane. So you have to buy an extra ticket for the cello. And Juliet has a very particular cello, will only travel business class. It's very strange. And so Juliet did not think it was... So long story short, Juliet did not bring her cello and is playing on another cello. On Francesco's, actually. He doesn't know about it. No, whose cello is this?
So it's been given to me by the Rita Niboa violin shop here in New York, and it's an old Italian cello called Pelotti from 1793. So it's very old, and actually a great excuse for me to play on such a beautiful instrument.
So that's incredible. 1793. Juliet said that she would like to leave the country with this cello, if possible. She's looking for a cello case at the moment. So I have asked this question to the other competitors, so I think it's only fair that we ask you as well. Could you tell us something about yourself that we wouldn't know by just like meeting you like here? Something like, I mean, it doesn't have to be a secret. For instance, Cheyoon told us that she's a speed skater. Francesco told us that he worked for a couple of years in the CIA. Maria Elli, what did she say? She was involved with the big economic crash in Greece. She brought the country to its knees, single-handedly, by ordering all those souvlakias. Is there something that you might like to tell us? Oh, well, you hear the name Juliet Wolff. First of all, you're like, wow, I wish I had that last name. I grew up with Gargiulo. Can you imagine what a head start I would have had if my name was Wolff? It's like crazy. Was it a head start growing up, Wolff?
I like my name.
I like my name, yeah. But so Juliet Wolff, you think she's from Germany, which you live in Berlin. But where does your family live?
So my family is based in London, and when I talk about it, I sound more British. And yeah,
can
I
you
grew
speak
up
British?
I can.
I can
speak some British.
Well, you won't get any love from this audience.
Yeah, no, and the other thing maybe that not everyone knows is the reason we live in London is that my father is a music producer for pop and rock music, and so I don't come from a classical background.
Oh, wow.
And,
And you do backup vocals for your dad?
I do, yeah, I like to sing. Some people heard me sing yesterday and play at the same time. So that's my little hobby, I guess.
That is very cool. Okay, so dad is a music producer. We will talk later then about that. Now you bring out the interesting stuff. Okay, well, I would like to bring out the other three cellists, if possible, at this point. And I think they're there. And there's so if you guys can come out, maybe the young ladies can come first, just because Francesco is such a galantuomo. He's like not going. The girls are like, come on, it's the 21st century, go dude. And he's like, no, I was raised in San Marino. We still go around in a horse and cart in San Marino. Do you have Wi-Fi in San Marino? That's a joke. Obviously they do. Running water, on the other hand. Okay, so now they're all here. You must be wondering. So I thought it would be cool to have them all do push-ups for you. No. I thought it would be cool to, if anybody has a question for any of them, they are going to get chairs very shortly, and then we are going to finish with a piece altogether. But if anybody had a quick question of any sort, I see that we have one question. Yes, from the man in the middle. Oh, how did you find out about this competition? I think that you have different answers for that. How did you find out?
Social media.
At school.
Social media, school, and my professor.
Google. Chat GPT, ladies and gentlemen. Chat GPT. How many of you use AI in your daily life? Like Chat GPT or Copilot or Francesco, he's like, this is typical Italians. It's like, Chat GPT, I know much better than Chat GPT. Very funny, very funny. Any other questions? Yes? For the person from Greece, is it true that Greece is really beautiful? My wife is here, so yes. No, Greece, yeah. What do you think?
Very beautiful. Recommend. Highly recommend.
Highly recommended. She also works for the Board of Tourism, so. But no, Greece is spectacular. I believe that on the back of your program there is a round-trip ticket, business class to Mykonos. No. Any other questions? Yes? Oh, that's a good question. The question is, if you're left-handed, how do you play the cello? How do you play the cello if you're left-handed? Do you play it the same way? Same way? Wow. Would you say there are a lot of left-handed cellists? Because left-handed people, they really get a bad rap. So, are there any famous left-handed cellists? Are any of you left-handed? Ladies and gentlemen, that says it all. So, if anybody in the audience left-handed, raise your hand. Raise your left hand if you're left-handed. Okay. And do any of you play the cello? See? Clear. What were the chances? Okay. I think we have time for one last question. We will go to the gentleman there. Yes. How hard is it playing the cello? Well, let me ask you this. Growing up, did you practice a lot?
Yes.
We'll skip you. Go ahead. She's like, practice? No. Not for me, ladies and gentlemen. Did you practice a lot? Now, of course, this is a typical Italian thing, by the way, even though we only have one Italian kind of on stage, is that like everybody studies like crazy for the exam, and then you get to school and you're like, did you study for the exam? Nah. It's like, no, of course not. And everybody's like studying like crazy. So yes, I can tell you about myself. When I was little, I was practicing like 20, 30 minutes a week. No, I was practicing like 6-8 hours at the height of the practicing. Okay, just the last question.
How big is your cello?
Is the cello, it's standard size, right? Yeah. There are no bigger cellos, and I mean, there are smaller cellos for people, because this is a cellist, by the way. She's studying cello. So there are smaller cellos, but there are bigger cellos, but they're not called cellos. They're called double basses. Yes. Okay, well, we would like to end the evening. I would like to just tell you that we had a kickoff party last night, and on your programs, have you all gotten pencils? Have you all circled your version of the winner? Nobody has pencils? Oh. They're being passed out now. Okay. More questions then. We have a minute more for questions. I just want to get everybody back in school. Yes, a question. What made them want to play cello? Okay. What made you want to play cello? Are your parents musicians?
Yeah, so my mom always wanted to play the cello, and she started when I was in kindergarten, and I saw her practicing, and I thought it was pretty beautiful, so I also started. And I didn't stop.
Wow, that's so interesting. So her mom inspired her. Wow, I wish that I could be an inspiration for my kids.
In my school, there was this school orchestra, and I took cello.
Okay, a school orchestra?
Well, for me, no, my parents are not musicians, but it's a long story because I was...
Make the long story short.
It's funny to say, but
Funny doesn't sound like a shortening of the story.
I was born with a movement of the cello, yeah.
This is very enigmatic. She was born with the movement of the cello. You can write that on your program. Next to Elli, next to Marielle. And Francesco?
Yeah, my parents are musicians, so they introduced me to many instruments.
And then you liked the cello? Okay. Yeah, it's easy to transport. It's doesn't have any pointy parts to it. It's a clear and obvious choice. So yes, another question. Well, that's a great question. So what keeps you motivated when you have a really hard time, like today, for instance? No, what keeps you motivated in a career that, let's face it, is very, very difficult, to pursue for many, many different reasons? What keeps you motivated?
I think because I love music so much, it's kind of like the air that I breathe, so I can't not love it.
Okay, wow. It's the air that she breathes. I'm sure that's the truth. Absolutely. Yes. What keeps you motivated?
My family.
Oh, that's so sweet. My family. Okay. Cheyoon's family keeps her motivated. I think I saw her mom had a short stick that was not.
I would say being true and disciplined to my passion.
Being true and disciplined to your passion keeps you motivated. And Francesco, what keeps you motivated?
They all said very two things, but passion of the instrument and tight schedule also.
Oh, tight schedule. Yes, it's very tight. The schedule with Francesco. Okay. And does everybody have pencils? Yes. And have you circled your winner? Okay, you're all circled. I see lots of circles around you. Okay. So I thought, I wanted to say that if you like what we're doing, and I'm talking less to the kids now and more to the adults, if you like what we're doing, bringing music into the schools, introducing kids to music, then having like a high level competition which rotates between violoncello and voice, and bringing the kids to a real concert experience to have the full circle experience. If you like that, there is a QR code on your program, and if you feel so motivated, you can go there and, put in all your savings and just, we'll be fine with that. I mean, leave a little bit for yourself. Okay? But thank you. Yes. And I think we'd like to end with one final piece. This is a very, very beautiful piece of Saint-Saëns, and it's called The Swan. So if you would imagine a swan, and it's normally just for cello, but we thought we would include all 4 cellists just to end in a nice way. It's been a real pleasure and honor being here with you this afternoon. Thank you, and for everybody listening online, thank you. Thank you to Cheyoon, Maria Elli, Juliet, Francesco, and Masha. And remember, please give the program, who did they give it to already? Leave the program on, is there an usher back there that could collect the programs? Could you give the programs to the usher on both sides? Do not leave with the program, otherwise your vote will not count, okay? And we want every vote to count. And perhaps we can have first the students of the Lafayette Academy leave because they have to get back to school. And I think that we can leave, or you can stay. Thank you very much to the musicians. One more round of applause for the amazing cellists and violinists. May the best one win.